Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is for you. Welcome back to a Division 2 video. Happy freaking Thanksgiving for everyone that celebrates it. But of course, it is also time to celebrate the game as it's 5 times XP event. In the next 4 days, everything in the game will be times 5 the XP for your character. So no, this will not be Dark Zone or PvP XP. No, this will not be seasonal XP. This is towards your character to get your character up in higher SHD levels. This will also activate after level 40. I know there are a lot of new and returning players in the game, and this will activate in endgame within the seasons. What will activate when you hit level 40? When we open up our map, we go to the Pact, we go all the way to the end to event timelines. You will see that we have Hollywood event active right now for 4 days and 20 hours. The 5 times XP event is active for 3 days and 19 hours. And then, of course, we still have rank up. If we hover over our 5 times XP event and toggle the event details, we can see a little bit more information, and this shows you that we have a multiplier of times 5 and we can get a total of 1,000 levels out of this. So it doesn't matter what level you are, if you're level 1 or level 10,000, you will get a multiplier of 5 times for 1,000 levels. You can always check this in event timelines to see how many levels you still have left. And next to that, of course, you can also combine it with the Hollywood event itself as well. This event will make sure that the hostile factions have deployed firearm resistant shields, but we can break them with explosives, EMP, or specialization weapon damage. So you can run around with your grenade launcher, you can run around with your flamethrower and just take everyone out, and pretty damn fast as well. So this is already a pretty good combination in playing it. You will also get some extra stars, and this combination comes in clutch, as of course the stars go over our challenges for the Hollywood event, but also go over our SHD levels. Every time that you rank up, you will get 1 star. So when you have Hollywood active and playing that 5 times XP event, those stars will come in 5 times faster. You can then, of course, spend all of your stars at the vendor, at the seasonal vendor. You can travel towards it from the event timeline. You only had to hold R2 for me on PlayStation, right trigger on Xbox, and whatever it is for you on PC, you will instantly get sent back to the White House. Because if we are in the White House, the vendor is instantly to your right. She is standing right over here. If we open up the menu, you see there are a lot of different rewards connected to this that we can buy with those stars. If we scroll all the way down, yes, we can even pick up an exotic cache. So make sure to just connect these 2 events together. You will get those stars 5 times faster, you will get your XP 5 times faster, and in that way you can buy whatever you like. Most people will probably hunt down this exotic. And now, of course, let's jump into the tips and tricks to get your 5 times XP incredibly fast. What we usually do is try to combine priority objectives. So when you open up your map, you go to the Pact or whatever it is for the season. The right tab will always be the seasonal tab. When we open it up, we can go to priority objectives. Why is this good? Because if we already look at the open world, we can get a reward of XP. This is something that you want to hunt down for the rewards and then XP. This will make sure that you will gain another extra boost of XP, what also will go times 5. And then play whatever you like to play. If you like to always play, for example, strongholds, look at that. If you like to run around in the open world, look at that. If you like to do game modes because the activity will always be a game mode, look at that. Try to just combine the things that you like to play, that you feel comfortable with, and that you can do fast Try to combine those with your priority objectives, and then you will fly through these 1000 levels. And this is kind of the biggest tip I can give to you. Just play however you like to play, because it's always around you feeling comfortable. Because if you see other people doing it a different way, if you're seeing other people playing on a higher difficulty to get more XP in, that does not mean that it will be good for you. Play however you like to play and what feels comfortable for you. If you see me play on heroic, but you are not used to heroic, just keep it on challenging or hard or normal, whatever you play on. It's about the consistency that you can fly through the objectives or the missions to get your XP in. It's all about what you feel comfortable with. And then of course there are a few other ways to get your XP fast. You can go into bounty farming, you can go into just the open world. We would recommend you to run around the Washington Monument control point in West Potomac Park, or however you like to pronounce that. Start at Tidal Basin. As you already see, there is a lot of activity around there. Just run around, do those activities, and if you don't take over this control point, there's a big chance that if you are on your third activity, that first activity already spawned back. But if we count it real quick, it's 1, it's 2, it's 3, it's 4, it's 5, it's 6, it's 7, it's 8, it's 9, it's 10 different activities. If you can keep this up, starting at Tidal and just running around in circles, you can do this so incredibly fast. There is of course the bounty trick. If we go to bounties, we can go to downtown West, and within this we can farm the bounties in a particular space right over here on the map. I will zoom in a little bit more. It's over here. If you get to that point, hug the wall, start the bounty within downtown West, and they will spawn behind you. You can instantly clear them out. And then, of course, one of the easiest things, if you didn't already hunt it down, are, of course, the projects. Your daily, your weekly, everything will give you some extra XP. So, for example, if we take that weekly, we scroll down, you see that we're gaining an extra 700,000 XP, so a full SHD level. This is not times 5 yet, so we're gaining a full 5 levels by just completing this weekly. Of course, we need to do a few things for this, but as we know, there's also a weekly SHD requisition that we can donate towards our project. This also gives us 700,000 XP, so this will also give us 5 full SHD levels. If you have multiple characters, you can do all of these projects on all of your characters, as the projects are character bound, not account bound. So then you only have to donate some materials towards this weekly SHD requisition. If you have 4 characters, if you haven't done it yet this week, that is 20 extra SHD levels by just donating towards your projects. This is also a huge shout out. But again, play however you like to play. Like we said before, combine it with priority objectives. But these are also a few tips and tricks for you to farm it in a different way, as long as you feel comfortable doing it. And to fly over 2 builds real quick, 1 to combine with the Hollywood event and 1 if you don't want to play with the Hollywood event. First off, Hollywood event build, go into it because it looks very weird, it handles very weird as well, but let me explain it to you real quick. We're utilizing the grenade launcher. We're going into more explosive damage and we're going into more signature damage. So the guns don't really matter. You can go for whatever. I use a Lexington and then I utilize Streamline with it to still get some extra damage out if I need to shoot with my gun. But most of the time I'm just shooting with my grenade launcher. And then of course, to run a little bit faster to the next area, I'm using the new named pistol, the Quick Step, that will come with the 20% sports mode, but I'm overall not really utilizing the weapons to do damage. So this build is completely surrounding your specialization weapon, and then we're utilizing Tip of the Spear. This will give us an extra signature weapon, weapon damage, and aggressive recon. Getting a signature weapon kill gives you 15% signature weapon damage for 10 seconds and 25% reload speed for the next reload of the weapon. The bonuses do not stack. Automatically regenerate signature weapon ammo every 60 seconds. But because we're running around with that chest piece, this will boost our 15% to 30%, and every third signature weapon kill we get an extra weapon ammo for it. And we're running around with the backpack that will give us an extra 50% weapon damage whenever we are fully depleted out of ammo. And it doubles the amount of ammo regenerated by aggressive recon. Then we're going into China Light. Why? Because this will give us explosive damage. Again, the attributes do not matter. You can roll whatever on there. And that's the beautiful thing about this build. Everything that you see except for the exotic is craftable. If you have the blueprints, if you run into the open world, gather your blueprints from a control point 3 or even 4, the tip of the spear are in there. So you can craft every single piece of gear that you see on your screen right now, except of course for the exotic gloves, as the exotic gloves are from this season, so they are still on the seasonal track. If you don't have them yet, that is the easiest way to get them. Guaranteed drop at level 29. This will give us the talent Weakest Links. Amplify weapon damage by 30% to the lowest ranking enemies currently in combat as per tier hierarchy. So whenever you shoot someone and it's the lowest tier, he will get an extra amplification damage of 30%. Because we fire that grenade into a group of enemies and you blow everyone up, this kind of feels like it's applying to everyone. I tried a few different things. I even went into glass cannon to see if that combination would be better. But because we can just go into whatever we want, as you also see, I rolled armor cores on this. And you would think like, Prime, what will you do that? You will lose so much damage. But that's not the case. Doesn't matter what we do to our gear, our specialization weapon won't go over weapon damage, as this is a specialization weapon damage. So whatever you do to your build, even if you make it full yellow, this will still give you a 3.1 or close to 3.1 million damage if you set it up like this. And then of course we have the gloves that will kick in. And that's why you can just go full armor. And I also went for full protection from elites. Again, it does not matter what you have as your attributes, because all the attributes won't interfere or boost, better said, your particular signature weapon. I like to do this, of course, with my signature weapon as the grenade launcher, but you can also go for the flamethrower. Then I would go into something different as China Light. China Light will give us that 15% explosive damage. That's why it helps our grenade launcher. But if you want to go for the flamethrower, I might even go to Palisade to give you a little bit more quality of life. Maybe giving you that 10% armor on kill. Although, with our 1.5 million armor at the moment, we are pretty hard to take out. Especially with that noob tube in our hands. And then if you don't want to play with Hollywood, you don't like the GEs, I would recommend you to go for a Hotshot Determined build. And then go for the combination of the SR1. This is a great and very, very forgiving marksman rifle. You go for damage your target out of cover, and then you go for the talent Determined on there. After killing an enemy with a headshot, the next shot landed on any enemy will be a guaranteed headshot. Very easy to proc. You just shoot your first guy with a headshot. Everything after that will be a headshot wherever you hit them in the body. Even if you shoot them in their little toe, they will die from a headshot. In combination then, of course, with the talent Headhunter, because this will boost your damage even more. And then going for Hotshot, giving us some extra marksman rifle damage, weapon handling, headshot damage. And then the Headache, of course, will give us some extra survivability, some extra damage output, so that is great. Of course, we chose to go for double pieces of Hasbro. This is a little bit harder to get together because you need to find it unicorn. You need to find it with vigilance, weapon handling, and headshot damage on there to then roll the weapon damage core over it. As you see, I don't have the perfect one on my backpack as well. I would love to see headshot damage, but critical hit damage will do for now. If you don't have the double piece of Hasbro, I will go for a backpack of Araldi with Vigilance, and then go for the chest piece of the Walker and Harris, the named one. I think I can show it to you. There it is, Chain Killer. This will come with Perfect Headhunter. That is a great combination, and it's very, very easy to get together. Everyone you hit, you will take out instantly, and you can fly through the content and get your XPs in. That's pretty much it. It's already a little bit longer video than I had planned to, but a few tips and tricks, what to focus on, what I'm focusing on, and my 2 favorite builds, especially with Hollywood active right now. And that is, of course, my opinion. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what your favorite build is right now. What are you doing to get some better XPs in? Are you going for the bounty farm? Are you going into conflict? Or are you just playing the game however you like to play and combine it with your priority objectives? I would love to hear how you rack up those XPs, and maybe we can help out the community a little bit more. That's it for me. Thank you very much for sticking until the end. Like the video if you liked the video or helped you out in any way or form. And of course, if you're new here and or you want to be updated by the Division 2, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And I will see you in the next one. Pure Prime out.